to our demo about integration between BarTender Cloud and Salesforce. So we want to implement main functionality of the BarTender Cloud is printing labels. To do so, we need to have our label inside BarTender Cloud, and we want to connect it with Salesforce object to fill with data. To do so, we need to create our first BarTender file here inside BarTender Cloud, and I'll go with retail label because it's a simple one. Name it like Salesforce retail. Next, skip data entry forms, skip connect data, finish. Now, as we have our first file here, the second step is to connect with Salesforce object. So I go to setup, then I go to custom metadata types. Here you can see that we have BarTender settings. Following metadata type are responsible for storing as object API names, so later you can connect your BarTender file with following Salesforce object. Let's go to manage BarTender settings, then create new file. Let's create file for settings for contact, and let's create setting for account as well. Now we have a file inside BarTender Cloud, and we have our BarTender setting inside metadata type. So third step is to display the fields of the Salesforce object. Let's navigate to contact, verify that we have all of the necessary fields inside following object. It is barcode, color, hashtag, size, style, and website. Okay, so now we want to create our first field set. Give it a name like ET mapping fields and some description of that field set. Click save. And now we need to fill our field set with the fields from contact. It is barcode, color, hashtag, size, style, and website. It is all fields from our Salesforce retail BarTender file. So now we have everything that we need for data field mapping. So let's navigate to following tab. Here you can see that we have list view with no records and instructions at the top. To create our first record, click new, and here you can see that we can select BarTender file and Salesforce object. Here it is our Salesforce retail file, and here is our Salesforce objects. Click contact. Now we can select field from BarTender file, and we can select field from field set from our Salesforce object. So let's connect style with a style, then click add matching parameter to create more rows, so you can map your field with a new one. You have a possibility to delete your field by clicking on trash can if you don't want or misclick something. So let's connect all of the fields from BarTender file and with Salesforce object. Now you can see that we have all of the fields from BarTender file are connected with the fields from object. You click next and you can see summary, where you can see your selected file, your selected object, your mapping, and the last thing that you want, like enter name for that file. I'll go with retail contact and click save. And we can see success message at the top. Now you have 3 more possibilities to do with following record. Is to clone a record, edit or delete it. Clicking clone, you can see that you can edit your record but create a new one. So you can select your new BarTender file, you can select your new Salesforce object, you can remove fields here. You can add new matching parameters if you want. And you can enter new name for that file. Click save. You can see that we have a second field, a second record for that mapping with the source from the previous record. Now you can edit your record, and here you can see that we cannot select new file nor object, but we can add more matching parameters. Click next, and I want something like edit in the name of the record. So click save. Now you can see that we have our retail contact 2 with the edited notation. So the third functional feature here is to delete our record if you don't want it. You receive prompt if you are sure that you want to delete retail contact 2. You can cancel or simply click OK to delete your record. And at the top of the page you can see that we have instructions where you can expand it and to see the steps how to create new record or clone record or edit record. So let's create new file for inside BarTender Cloud and see how the synchronization goes in Salesforce. It is the same steps as before. Now we have our second file inside BarTender. Navigate to data field mapping, then click new. Inside select BarTender file combo box, you can see that we have our new file here with all of the fields from BarTender. So that's about synchronization. And what if we delete our file from BarTender Cloud? It is simply marked for deletion inside Salesforce, but you cannot select it anymore. And inside our BT files, you can see that we have our BarTender file, but with mark for deletion checked. So I guess that's all about mapping functionality here. The second demo will be about printing and previewing it. To our second demo about integration between BarTender Cloud and Salesforce. In the first demo I have a quick look at the data field mapping, how we create file inside BarTender and how it synchronizes inside Salesforce. So now, as we have our first record here, retail contact, we want to navigate to our contact record. Here you can see at the details tab, we have our fields from mapping with data here. It is hashtag, size, style, barcode, website and color. So now we want to print our record. First of all, you need to select your data field mapping record, retail contact. Then you can see the mappings here, but you cannot edit anything. You can click preview. Then after a short period of time, you can receive your PDF file of that BarTender label. And you can see that we have all of the values inside following PDF file. Now you want to select your printer and enter amount of copies. Then click next. You can see that we have data field mapping summary, where you can edit anything like change color to white, and you can investigate that you have selected the right printer and enter exactly one amount of copies. If you want to change your printer, you can go back and select another one. You can enter a different amount of copies, and you can see that we have new printer here, and if amount of copies is more than 10, we have the warning here. So let's create only one copy, change color, and click print. And as you can see that we have a success message at the top, and printing is done. What happens if our field has no value inside record? Let's go to print again, select retail contact. You can see that we have a notification where color has no value. But still, you can preview your file, and the default value from BarTender file will pop up. And as default value is white, you can see that you have your PDF file here. And even if you enter all of the values here, you can now go next and print file. So I guess that's all about printing.